Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and I am here with day 8 of 30 Days of Sketches and a celebratory hop because I have hit 1,000 subscribers and I am so excited. So today I am working with the sketch that I created for 30 Days of Sketches, and that makes me happy watching how people take a sketch that I put together and how they tweak it and turn it and make different things. So I decided, since it is a special day, I'm going to use my favorite collection, which is 49 and Market Spectrum Sherbert, and I am using all the colors. And I'm documenting some of my favoriteest pictures. This is my sister and my nephew and my niece. And since today, well, not today, but 2 days ago was my niece's birthday, and in 2 days is my nephew's birthday, it seemed very fitting. So I have lots and lots of embellishments to go with this collection. I'm not using all of what's sitting over here, but I wanted to get those out. I have my enamel accents in black and in white that I'd like to bring in. So I've got my papers, lots and lots of embellishments, my fun little pictures for Mother's Day, this sketch that I am excited about. So let's see how this goes. Okay, you all. Using Spectrum Sherbert is one of those things, and I know you all understand. It's hard because it's beautiful. It's such a gorgeous collection. And I mean, there are lots and lots of gorgeous collections that I love, but this is probably one of my absolute, if not my absolute favorite. It is definitely tied for it. And I love every color, every shade of the colors, all the different papers. It's hard to cut into things. And so it was hard for me to cut this out. So I decided that I was going to gut that lime green paper, and that was going to be my base. But I would also use what I gutted as the strip that where on the sketch it's blue, because the paper I selected, the striped one right here, does not have the lime green. So I thought, instead of doing a stark white background, I would do the lime green, because the paper I chose to use has the color at the top, but it goes down with like spots and splatters of the color that is in the top. So I'm still sticking with the rainbow theme, but it's not the full paper is that I've got, the strip is not saturated. It's just an 1.5 inches wide, and it is just colored at the top. And I thought about moving, like flipping them, like doing every other one with the color at the top and the color at the bottom. But I really like the way that it looked when I laid it down, so I stick with that. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I use a 8.5 by 11 black cardstock just to ground my middle page, to give myself a little bit more width and length so that I can use the same paper and not use up another one. And I didn't want a white background, like I said, because there's white at the bottom. So it helps that space stand out. And I'm just going to use some double-sided tape to attach that. I do trim it down. It's probably closer to like 11 or 10.5 by maybe 8.25. So I am going to start by putting my papers down, and I want every other one to be down and every other one to be up. And so I'm just going to use, I don't need the ruler necessarily. So I just pull out my little paper tear, even though there's a ruler like literally right next to me. But, it is what it is. So I am just going to work on getting those reasonably lined up, and then I'll even them out with, spacing in between. So I'm very excited. I'll tell you this story only because it's humorous to me, and I feel like, a lot of you all have been here for a long time and have subscribed to my channel earlier on. I just hit 2 years back in March, and I could honestly tell you, when I first decided to create a YouTube channel, it was not with the intention or the expectation that I would have very many subscribers. I am, at the time I was not on any design teams. I was not a part of any creative teams. I didn't really know a whole lot of people in the Scrappy universe. Other than making comments on people's YouTube channels, I, didn't really have any communication with the people that, have had these channels like Christy and MK and Sandy, State Goddess, that I've watched for many, 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 many years. And so I never anticipated that I would have a whole lot of people that wanted to see what I could do or what I would do. And so when I first started, it was because of encouragement from my son and my ex-husband. At the time, we were still married. And they just said, you should try it. You never know. People might like the way you do things because I'm kind of random and crazy and don't necessarily plan things out. And so I did. And it was just a slow progression at first I hit 30 subscribers, and that was exciting, and then 50, and then 100. And so back in August, I hit 500 subscribers, and I was super excited. And I did do a 500 hop back then. And now, it was April the 30th, I hit 1,000 subscribers. And my mom has been talking for months about how she wanted to be my 1,000th subscriber. And so I just happened to find out that I had hit 1,000 subscribers because I got a notification when I had sat down in the pew at church. And so we were going over to my sister's house, and I asked my son to unsubscribe so that my mom could be number 1,000. And he did. And so then she was able to subscribe and be my 1,000th subscriber, which makes me giggle. And it was just a really neat experience. And it just blows me away that you all have traipsed around all the crazy and different things. And so I just appreciate you all so much. And I am grateful for you because I feel encouraged and inspired by watching other people, or you all will make suggestions or comments. And it really just inspires me to continue. And this is such a mental health thing for me. And it has been one heck of a year, you all. So I am grateful to have this, and the friends that I have made through scrapbooking and through doing the hops and everything have just been remarkable. And I'm super grateful for that. And so I just love y'all. And I mean that. So, but if you don't know, I named my channel Scrapping on the Fly because I have ADD. And I cannot focus for very long on one thing. And so I kind of am all over the place. And so I just kind of felt like not having I don't have a plan typically when I create. I kind of go fly by the seat of my pants kind of situation. So that is why I went with Scrapping on the Fly. And so that's the story, you all. I am really excited how this turned out. I fussy cut those butterflies out of one of the packages for the Spectrum Sherbert. I pulled little word phrases in the colors to put on here. Live, love, laugh, sweetest candy, choose joy, you are like no other in good times. And decided, since I did not put a title on the sketch, like where you're supposed to put the title, or the suggestion of where to put the title, I decided I was actually just going to use this white bit from the collection that says you are absolutely amazing. And that's very fitting because these pictures, like I said in the beginning, are my nephew, my sister, and my niece. And in the middle is my nephew, my sister, my niece, and my Neff pup. And if you've watched many videos of mine, you know that I just adore my Neff pup. And my niece just turned 21 on Tuesday, and my nephew's going to turn 14. Yes, he didn't look so gigantic in this picture because he's kind of hunched over a little bit, but he'll turn 14 on Saturday. And so I thought that these were good pictures to document for the hop right in the middle of their birthdays. So I am very proud of them. I love them very much, and they have been very encouraging. And my nephew, bless his heart, subscribed to my channel that day when we were talking about it. Whether he's watched any videos, I don't know. But I know my son listens to them sometimes because he says that they relax him and it helps him sleep. I'm not asking to put y'all to sleep, okay? But I think that it's just calming for him. So back to the layout, I pulled a bunch of circular bits, ended up trimming some of them off. Some of them are on there completely. I used my accents from Tim Holtz or from Ranger in white and in black. The black I used to make the little butterfly trails, and then the white I just added some extra in a few different places. And I did add some thread to the bottom orange circle and to one of the lime green circles over on the side. I just thought that that would add a little something. I didn't want them all to be the same. If they weren't all going to be exactly the same or, very similar, I wanted them to be different. Does that make any sense? So I didn't have all the circles and arrows for every color, so I wanted them to be a little different. But I love how this turned out. That middle picture is up on Fun Foam. One of the butterflies is up on Fun Foam, the yellow one in the underneath the middle picture. And other than that, I just kind of used little labels to help the word phrases stick out. And this makes me so happy. Again, thank you all so much for sticking with me. And if you're not subscribed, I would still love for that to happen. I am loving being on here, creating with you all. I love the comments and just the feedback. And I just think you all are amazing. So thank you again for all you all do. And I hope that you have a great day and happy scrapping.